Sometimes the most dangerous people in your life are the ones who smile the most. They act kind, speak sweetly, and pretend to be your biggest supporters. But deep inside, their hearts are filled with jealousy. They don't show it with anger. They hide it behind compliments, fake support, and quiet silence. But here's the truth. When jealousy becomes a threat to your peace, Allah begins to show you signs, clear, powerful, and unshakable. These are not just random moments. They are warnings wrapped in kindness, truth hidden behind masks. In this video, we will uncover 4 signs that Allah is exposing their jealousy, even behind their smiles. If you've ever felt like someone close to you is not truly happy for you, this message is for you. Their praise feels empty. Sometimes the people around you say nice words, but your heart feels nothing. You hear their compliments, but something inside you feels cold. You smile politely, but your soul becomes quiet. You feel confused. They said something good. They praised you, but why does it feel so empty? The answer is simple. Their words are not coming from love. They are not coming from real happiness for you. They are coming from a place of discomfort, jealousy, and sometimes even silent hatred. Their mouth moves, but their heart doesn't agree, and that's why you feel strange around them. You start noticing this more when you begin growing, when your life starts improving, when your name is mentioned with success or progress. Suddenly, the people who used to talk freely become silent, or they speak, but the energy is different. Their voice loses its warmth, their smile loses its soul, and their words lose weight. You are not imagining it. That's a real feeling. It is not your ego. It is a quiet warning. You begin to feel that something is off, even though they try to act like they are supporting you. That is the moment when Allah is showing you the truth, giving you a small light inside your heart that says, look deeper. These people may not be shouting their jealousy, but they are leaking it through every sentence that doesn't land with love. They say, I'm happy for you, but their body becomes stiff, their face becomes tight, their eyes avoid yours. They say, you deserve it, but the tone is flat. The emotion is gone. They laugh when others are around, but the moment you're alone, they become distant. This is not love. This is not support. This is the kind of fake praise that comes when someone wants to act like a friend, but feels bitter inside. They don't want you to see that bitterness, so they cover it with weak words. But weak words cannot hide strong emotions. You start picking up their energy. You begin to sense that they are not truly with you, even if they act like they are. And this is where the gift begins. Because once you start seeing the fakeness in their praise, you are no longer blind. You become stronger. You begin to understand that not everyone clapping for you is clapping from their heart. And when you realize that, you stop depending on their approval. You stop chasing their compliments. You stop waiting for them to support you. You stand tall with or without them. And that is one of the most powerful things you can ever do, to rise above false love, to move forward without fake support, to win even when your circle is full of silent enemies. You don't need their praise. You don't need their words. What you need is truth, peace, and real energy. And when their words feel fake, that is Allah helping you clear the path. That is Allah cleaning your space. That is Allah giving you wisdom, so you don't hold hands with people who secretly wish for your failure. And remember this, your heart is not weak for feeling this. Your heart is strong, strong enough to read between the lines, strong enough to hear the lie behind the sweet sentence, strong enough to understand that not every smile is a blessing. Your strength is in your awareness. The moment you realize who is real and who is pretending, you take back your power. You start focusing more on your journey and less on the background noise. You stop explaining your wins. You stop justifying your happiness, and you start walking in silence, knowing that the real ones will clap naturally, without being asked, without being reminded, without being told to do it. So when you feel that someone's praise is dry, when it feels like they are saying the right words, but not meaning them, step back and breathe. Do not force connection. Do not beg for warmth. Let them go. Let them stay behind in their bitterness. You don't owe anyone an explanation for your growth. You don't need to pause your life to make them feel better. You were never meant to stay small just to keep others comfortable. You were meant to rise, and sometimes that means rising alone. But know this, you are never alone, because the one who gave you that awareness, that sense, that gut feeling, that calm warning is always with you, and that is Allah. He is showing you, guiding you, and protecting you in ways you don't always understand at first. And once you accept that protection, you will see more clearly, you will hear more clearly, and you will love more purely, not with those who fake support, but with those who bring real light into your life. Stay awake, stay aware, and keep walking forward. They compete with you silently. There's a kind of jealousy that doesn't speak, doesn't shout, and doesn't attack you directly, but it walks right beside you, step by step, pretending to be your friend, pretending to be your supporter, while in reality, it's watching every move you make just to try to stay ahead or keep up with you. This is the kind of jealousy that hides itself in competition. It doesn't look dangerous at first. In fact, it can seem flattering. Someone suddenly taking interest in what you do, copying your habits, repeating your words, choosing paths similar to yours. But slowly you start to feel the pressure, not from your goals, but from their eyes. You begin to notice that they turn your happiness into a challenge. Every time you win, they rush to win too. Every time you succeed, they want to outshine you. Not because they want growth for themselves, but because they don't want you to shine alone. And this is where the truth starts to reveal itself. At first, you don't realize it. You think maybe it's coincidence, maybe you're just overthinking. But as time passes, the pattern becomes clear. When you speak about your goals, they suddenly create similar ones. When you buy something new, they get the same thing. When people praise you, they immediately share their own achievements. It's not support, it's a silent race. A race you never joined, a competition you never asked for. And the more you grow, the harder they try to match you. But what they don't realize is that your path was never built on competition. You're not running to be better than them, you're running to be better than who you were yesterday. You're chasing purpose, not applause. But they can't see that. They're stuck in a mindset where everything is about comparison, about staying ahead, about not letting anyone else win without them winning too. And when you start noticing this, it begins to affect your peace. You start holding back your wins. You hesitate to share your joy. You lower your light just to make sure they don't feel uncomfortable. But let this be your wake-up call. Your success is not a weapon. Your happiness is not a threat. If someone feels hurt every time you shine, they don't belong in your close circle. Because when you truly love someone, you don't try to beat them, you try to build them. You celebrate their growth like it's your own. But the ones who secretly compete are not building you. They're measuring themselves against you every day. They don't care if you grow. They care if you grow more than them. And that's where the poison hides. They don't clap for you. They calculate. They don't support you. They compare. And the most painful part is that they act like it's all normal. They act like they're just motivated or inspired. But deep inside, you can feel it. Their energy is heavy. Their presence is tense. And their smiles feel forced. And this is not your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. Your only mistake was growing in front of the wrong people. But now that you see it, you have the power to fix it. You don't need to confront them. You don't need to explain yourself. Just step back. Just protect your peace. Just let Allah show you who is for you and who is just trying to keep up with you. Because sometimes the loudest competition comes from the quietest people, the ones who act soft, the ones who call you brother or sister, the ones who act like they're on your side, but their heart gets disturbed every time your name rises. And the truth is, someone who feels jealous every time you rise will never be happy for your true success. They might fake it once or twice, they might pretend for a while, but eventually their actions will show you. They will change when you grow. They will act distant when you succeed. They will try to copy you, not because they admire you, but because they want your shine without your struggle. But here's the truth. Your shine is not for sale. Your journey is not theirs. Your blessings are not part of a competition. And the more you realize this, the freer you become. You don't need to shrink just because someone else feels small beside you. You don't need to apologize for your progress. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. Your growth is your right. Your peace is your priority. And your path is being guided step by Allah, who sees every silent enemy, every fake supporter, every secret competitor. So walk forward with peace in your heart. Don't look left and right. Don't compare. Don't compete. Focus on becoming the best version of yourself and let others deal with their feelings. If they want to grow with you, they will. If they want to compete, let them race with their shadows. But you walk with light. You walk with clarity. You walk with Allah beside you, and nothing is more powerful than that. They disappear when you shine. One of the deepest and most heartbreaking signs that someone carries jealousy inside their heart for you is their silence during your success. These are the people who are quick to answer your calls when you are crying, fast to show up when you're down, and always present when you are struggling. But the moment your life begins to bloom, the moment you find peace, the moment something good finally enters your life, they vanish. Their presence fades, their messages slow down, their voice becomes distant. This is not a mistake. This is not a coincidence. This is a message, a silent truth being revealed to you, and it's not meant to hurt you. It's meant to protect you. Because anyone who only shows up for your sadness but disappears during your success was never with you for the right reasons. And when you shine, when your life improves, when you start to walk in your purpose and your light becomes bright, they feel uncomfortable because your happiness reminds them of what they don't have. Your peace bothers their chaos. Your wins disturb their insecurity. And so they quietly step away, not with anger, but with silence. They may not block you. They may not say anything rude, but their absence speaks louder than any words. They stop showing up. They stop checking in. They stop asking how you are. And deep down, you feel it. You wonder what happened. You wonder why they're not here now, when life is finally treating you better. You feel confused because you thought they were real. You thought they were part of your journey. But now, in the moment you need their happiness, not their help, not their money, just their joy, they disappear. And that's when Allah shows you who truly belongs. Because the ones who love you only when you're low were never in love with your soul. They were in love with your struggle. Your pain made them feel powerful. Your sadness made them feel needed. But your joy, your right, that makes them feel small. They don't know how to clap without feeling jealous. They don't know how to say, "I'm proud of you," without secretly comparing themselves. And so they leave, not physically maybe, but emotionally, spiritually, complete. And as hard as it is to accept, this is a blessing. This is not a loss. This is a moment of truth that sets you free, because you were never meant to carry fake people into your real future. You were never meant to build joy with people who only knew how to sit with you in sadness. There is a time and season for every person in your life, and some people were only meant to walk with you during your rain, not your sunshine. Some people were only meant to comfort your tears, not celebrate your glow. And when Allah sees that your circle is getting in the way of your peace, He doesn't always take people out with drama. He just makes them disappear quietly, naturally, gently, and all you're left with is clarity. You realize who's really there. You see who still checks in, who still claps, who still says your name with love even when you're not struggling. Those are your people. Hold them close, because they are rare. In a world full of silent competition and hidden jealousy, genuine love is rare, but it exists, and you deserve it. You deserve people who aren't threatened by your success. You deserve people who show up when you're rising. You deserve people who feel proud when you win, not hurt. And when you see people disappearing as your life improves, Don't chase them. Don't beg them to return. Don't lower your shine to bring them back. Let them stay where they are. Let them be distant. Let them deal with their silence. You don't need to carry the weight of people who can't handle your light. You are not responsible for their insecurity. You are responsible for protecting your peace. And peace starts with honesty. It starts by facing the truth that not everyone who smiled with you loved you. Not everyone who helped you actually wanted to see you grow. Some were just there to watch, to monitor, to stay close in case you fell again. But the moment you stood tall, they couldn't handle it. That's okay. Let them go. Let Allah replace them with people who love your growth. People who remind you how far you've come. People who say, I see your light and I love it. That is real love. That is real presence, and that is what your heart deserves. So the next time someone disappears when you shine, don't feel sad, feel grateful, because Allah just saved you from walking into your future with someone who never clapped for you in private. And that's one of the biggest blessings of all. They talk behind you, but act nice in front. One of the most painful and dangerous signs of hidden jealousy is when someone pretends to like you in front of your face, but speaks badly about you when you are not around. They greet you with a warm smile. They speak kindly to you. They act supportive and friendly, but behind your back, they show their real feelings. They speak in ways that damage your image. They share your secrets, twist your words, and make you look like a problem in front of others. They don't confront you. They don't give you advice. They don't help you grow. Instead, they talk in circles, using your name like a tool, speaking about your life like it's gossip, not a story. This is one of the clearest forms of jealousy because they are not strong enough to be honest. They are not sincere enough to tell you the truth, and they are not pure enough to protect you in your absence. But here's the beautiful part. Even if you don't hear their words right away, even if you don't catch them in the act, even if their words are spoken in secret, Allah knows. And when someone continues to speak behind your back with the wrong heart, Allah begins to show you signs. He gives you small clues. You begin to notice how certain people start acting different towards you for no reason. People begin to treat you strangely, even though you never hurt them. You hear hints, whispers, strange responses, and something inside you starts connecting the dots. And when that happens, don't blame yourself. Don't try to fix everything. Don't chase the truth through drama. The exposure has already started. When someone acts sweet in front of you, but bitter behind you, their heart becomes restless, and their actions eventually reveal their truth. You may hear something by accident. Someone may warn you, or sometimes Allah gives you a feeling so strong that you can't ignore it anymore. That's not your imagination. That's protection, that's mercy, that's your sign to let go of the mask and see the real face. And when you do, don't be shocked, don't be broken, don't beg them to explain. You don't need to hear every word they spoke to believe that their love was fake. Their double face is already enough, because real love never needs two sides. Real love protects you when you're not present. Real love speaks gently, even in your absence. And real love doesn't use your name to feed other people's ears. But when someone shows this two-faced behavior, it's not just betrayal, it's danger. Because this kind of person wants to be close enough to watch your life, but distant enough to attack it from the shadows. They don't want your success, but they want your trust. They don't want your peace, but they want your details. And the more you give them, the more they feed the wrong people with your story. This is how silent harm begins, not through weapons, not through hate, but through soft voices that lie and poison others about you. So how do you deal with this? You don't fight back. You don't spread more fire. You don't dirty your tongue. You clean your circle. You clear your soul. And you leave it to Allah. Because when Allah shows you someone's double face, He's giving you a gift. He's showing you that not everyone who walks with you is walking for you. Some are just there to keep you close until they can use your back as a target. But when the masks fall, and they always do, you are free from fake words, free from hidden harm, free from people who pretend to love you but feel bitter every time you shine. And when you find that freedom, protect it. Don't let guilt pull you back to fake friendships. Don't let history trick you into trusting again. Forgive, yes. Be kind, but never stay where you are secretly being broken, because your peace is too valuable, your trust is too precious, and your soul deserves people who are the same behind your back as they are in front of your face. So when someone shows you this sign, that they act nice to your face, but talk badly behind you, believe it the first time. That is your moment of awakening. That is Allah opening your eyes. That is your chance to choose peace over poison. Let go with grace, walk away with dignity, and trust that the right people, the honest ones, the loyal ones, the pure ones, are out there. They may be few, but they exist, and Allah will bring them to you when you make space by letting the wrong ones go. Because you are not meant to live surrounded by masks. You are meant to live in truth, with people who reflect your soul, not with people who pretend to support your light while secretly wishing it would fade. So if you've seen these signs, if the smiles feel fake, if the support turns to silence, if their words don't match their actions, don't ignore them. These are not small things. These are gentle warnings from Allah to protect your heart, your peace, and your future. Not everyone who walks with you deserves a place in your circle, and when Allah shows you their true face, believe Him, let go with peace, and make space for people who truly wish you well, both in front of you and behind your back. Thank you for watching till the end.